In today's video, we delve into the intriguing world of opportunistic fungal infections, exploring their impact on both humans and aquatic life. Opportunistic fungal infection is caused by organisms that normally live harmlessly in the environment or as part of the human microbiota but can become pathogenic in individuals with weakened immune systems. These fungi, termed opportunistic pathogens, take advantage of the opportunity presented by the compromised immune defenses to cause infections. They often occur in healthcare among patients with conditions such as HIV or AIDS, organ transplantation, and cancer. Common opportunistic fungi include Candida species, Aspergillus species, and Cryptococcus neoformans. Candida species are normally exist harmlessly in small amount in the body. Certain factors like weakened immunity or medications can lead to overgrowth and infection. Candida species can cause various infections in humans, such as oral thrush, which means white lesions in the mouth, soreness, and difficulty swallowing. The genital yeast infections, itching, burning, redness, and abnormal discharge in women, redness and itching in men. The invasive candidiasis is the serious complications like sepsis and organ failure. Cutaneous candidiasis is a rash, redness, itching, and sometimes pustules or blisters on the skins. Systematic candidiasis is the infections in organs like lungs, liver, and kidneys, especially in immunocompromised individuals. Next, we have Aspergillus species. These are molds commonly found in soil, decaying vegetation, and compost. Their effects include allergic reactions, aspergillosis, and toxicity. Symptoms of allergic reactions like sneezing, coughing, wheezing, and skin irritation. The aspergillosis has three kinds: the allergic bronchopulmonary aspergillosis, invasive aspergillosis, and the aspergilloma. The allergic bronchopulmonary aspergillosis is the allergic reaction in lungs causing wheezing and difficulty breathing. Invasive aspergillosis is a severe infection in lungs or organs, especially in weakened immune systems, with symptoms like fever and chest pain. Aspergilloma is a fungal growth in lung cavities, leading to coughing or blood and chest pain. Toxicity are some species produce toxins, like aflatoxins, causing liver damage if ingested. Let's move on to Cryptococcus neoformans. It is a type of yeast-like fungus that can cause infections. It is commonly associated with cryptococcal meningitis, an inflammation of the membrane surrounding the brain and the spinal cord. The fungus is often found in soil contaminated with bird droppings, and infection typically occurs through inhalation of airborne spores. Once inhaled, Cryptococcus neoformans can spread to the central nervous system, leading to meningitis. Symptoms of cryptococcal meningitis may include fever, headache, neck stiffness, and altered mental status. Next, we have pneumocystis pneumonia. It is a serious infection caused by the fungus Pneumocystis jirovecii. Most people who get PCP have a medical condition that weakens their immune system, like HIV or AIDS, or takes medicines such as corticosteroids that lower the body's ability to fight germs and sickness. The symptoms of pneumocystis pneumonia can vary but often include fever, dry cough, shortness of breath, and chest pain. If left untreated, PCP can lead to severe respiratory failure and even death. So next, we have mucormycosis, sometimes called zygomycosis. Is a serious but rare fungal infection caused by a group of molds called mucormycetes. These fungi live throughout the environment. They live in soil and in decaying organic matter, such as leaves, compost piles, or rotten wood. Next is histoplasmosis. Is a fungal infection caused by inhaling spores of the fungus Histoplasma capsulatum, which is commonly found in soil enriched with bird or bat droppings. When these spores are disturbed, such as during excavation or construction activities, they can become airborne and be inhaled by humans. The symptoms of histoplasmosis can vary depending on the severity of the infection but may include fever, cough, chest pain, fatigue, and sometimes joint pain or rash. In severe cases, histoplasmosis can lead to pneumonia or other serious respiratory problems. Next, we have blastomycosis is another fungal infection caused by inhaling spores, but this time from the fungus of Blastomyces dermatitidis. Just like blastomycosis and histoplasmosis that commonly found in soil, particularly in regions with moist or acidic soil, such as near bodies of water or in wooded areas. When the spores of Blastomyces dermatitidis are disturbed, they can become airborne and be inhaled by humans, leading to infection. The symptoms of blastomycosis can be similar to those histoplasmosis and may include fever, cough, chest pain, fatigue, and skin lesions. In severe cases, blastomycosis can cause lung abscesses, sepsis, or spread to other organs, posing a significant risk to health. And cryptosporidiosis is an infection that causes diarrhea. It is sometimes called crypto. It is caused by parasite found in stool. You can get this infection after eating food or drinking water that is contaminated with stool. To prevent opportunistic fungal infections, we need to maintain a healthy immune system through exercise, a balanced diet, stress management, and adequate sleep. Practice good hygiene, especially in moisture-prone areas. Avoid environments with fungal spores or wear protective gear. Care for wounds promptly and properly. Manage chronic health conditions effectively. Limit the use of immunosuppressive drugs. And consider prophylactic antifungal therapy in high-risk cases. Before we delve into our next segment, I am excited to introduce my esteemed co-reporter, Mr. Bajo, whose in-depth research sheds light on the critical issue of opportunistic fungal infections in aquaculture.
Opportunistic fungal infections in aquaculture refers to the disease caused by fungi that take advantage of weakened or stressed fish in aquatic environments. These effects or infections on fish can be severe, leading to various health issues and potentially high mortality rates. These are examples of diseases caused by opportunistic fungal. First is the saprophylaxis. Saprophylaxis is a fungal infection commonly affecting fish, amphibians, and crustaceans in aquatic environments. It causes by various species of genus Saprophylaxia, which are opportunistic pathogens thriving in moist conditions. The infection typically manifests as white or gray cotton-like growth on the skin, fins, or gills of the host organism. The life cycle of Saprophylaxia involves both sexual and asexual reproduction. It begins with the release of motile spores, known as zoospores, in the water. These zoospores can swim and settle on suitable substrates, such as dead organic matter or injured tissue of aquatic animals. Once attached, they germinate into form hyphae, which penetrate the host's tissue, leading to the characteristic fungal growth. Several factors contribute to the development and spread of saprophylaxis. Poor water quality, overcrowding, high organic loads, and stressful conditions weaken the host's immune system, making them more susceptible to infection. Also, physical injuries or wounds provide entry points for the fungus, facilitating its colonization. Second is the bronchiomycosis. Is a fungal infection primarily affecting freshwater and marine fish, caused by species of genus Bronchiomyx. This condition is characterized by the formation of filamentous growth, typically white or gray in color on the gills of the affected fish. Bronchiomycosis can lead to respiratory distress, reduce oxygen uptake, and ultimately death if it untreated. The life cycle of bronchiomyces begins with the release of reproductive structures known as soprongia into the aquatic environment. These soprongia contain numerous spores, which are capable of surviving in water for extended periods. Which conditions are favorable, such as high organic matter content or poor water quality. The spores germinate the release motile zoospores. These zoospores swim towards the gills of the fish and attach to the gill tissue, initiating infections. Several factors contributes to the development of and spread of bronchiomycosis. Poor water quality, overcrowding, and stress weaken the immune system of fish, making them more susceptible to infection. Third is the dermocystidiosis. Dermocystidiosis is a disease caused by various species of the genus Dermocystidium, impacting freshwater and marine fish, amphibians, and reptiles. It's characterized by the development of cysts or nodules in the skin, fins, or internal organs of affected organisms. The life cycle of Dermocystidium involves stages within the host and in the aquatic environment. Infection typically starts when spores or cysts are ingested or come into contact with susceptible host, skin, or mucous membrane. Once inside the host, spores germinated, releasing infective structures that penetrates tissues, leading to cyst formation. Poor quality, overcrowding, and stress increase susceptibility to infection. Fourth is the ichthyophonoiasis. It's an illness caused by Ichthyophonus hoferi, affecting both freshwater and marine fish. It leads to systematic infections characterized by granulomous lesions in various organs like liver, spleen, and heart. The parasite has a complex life cycle involving stages within the host and outside of the environment. The disease starts when fish consume spores or infected tissues containing the parasite. Once inside, the parasite invades and damages the host tissues, weakening its immune system and making it prone to secondary infections. Then fifth is the Aclea infections, results from various species of water mold in the genus Aclea, affecting aquatic creatures like fish, amphibians, and crustaceans. These infections typically show up as cotton-like growth or host skin, fins, or other external surfaces. Aclea species thrive in damp environments, especially in water with high organic matter. The life cycle of Aclea involves spore production, which can spread through water or direct contact between infected and susceptible individuals. Under favorable conditions like warmth and water nutrient-rich water, spores germinated and form hyphae that penetrate the host tissues, causing infections. Sixth is the epizootic ulcerative syndrome or EUS. Is a devastating disease that affects freshwater and estuarine fish populations, characterized by severe ulcerative lesions and often resulting in high mortality rates. This syndrome is caused by the fungal pathogen Aphanomyces invadans, which thrives in warm, shallow waters with low flow and high organic content. Typically, EUS begins with the emergence of small white or grayish ulcerative lesions on infected fish skin, which rapidly worsen, leading to extensive tissue damage and secondary bacterial infections. Fish affected by EUS may display various symptoms including lethargy, reduced appetite, and abnormal swimming behavior. EUS spreads quickly among fish populations, especially in overcrowded or stressed environments, and can persist in environment causing recurrent outbreaks. Then seventh is the Aphanomyx infections. Results from various species of the Aphanomyx genus and primarily affect aquatic creatures like fish and crustaceans. These infections typically show up as ulcer lesions on the host's skin or internal organs, thriving in warm stagnant water with high organic content. Infection starts when aphanomyx spores or cysts come into contact with vulnerable hosts, invading tissues and causing lesions and damage. Infected individuals may display symptoms like lethargy and reduced appetite and abnormal swimming behavior. Eighth is the Saprolegnia parasitica. It is a disease affecting fish eggs and juvenile fish in hatcheries worldwide. Is caused by the pathogenic Oomycetes Saprolegnia parasitica. This disease presents as grayish-white patches of filamentous mycelium on the body or fins of fish and is associated with tissue damage leading to death of the animal. And lastly is the Aeromonas and Pseudomonas infections. While not fungi, these bacterial infections can often accompany fungal infections, exacerbating disease outbreaks and impacting fish populations. This is also characterized by external reddening and hemorrhage in the peritoneum, body wall, and viscera. Morbidity and mortality are highly variable depending on predisposing conditions such as low dissolved oxygen and other water quality problems, handling stress or trauma.
Don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating insights into the world of science and medicines.